Oh, we are live. We are live. It's a Wednesday. Welcome to the Social. We're live. You got some hearts, and we are red and blue. But we're not the police, because they are full of poo. And one's got a hat, and one's got glasses. We've all got glasses, but we're so cool and we're fascists. Okay, go, I'm done. How is everybody?
Good. Doing good, man. Doing good.
Doing good. Okay, that's fine. Everybody enjoying the sunshine?
Yeah, man.
Happy sunshine.
Not really.
It's good.
I've been indoors. No, I'm working from home, so I've been staying indoors.
Oh no!
But
tomorrow we have to get rich outside. Just wiggle the toes outside. Just wiggle the toes.
Gonna have a good lunch break tomorrow.
Yes, nice long lunch break.
Yeah, for real.
I have in and out of my garden all day. It's been absolutely lovely.
Yeah, I can't even do that. My garden, because I've been away for a bit, my garden's all grown out. So I need to...
Just the weeds and...
Yeah, I need to actually mow it down and take out the weeds, which is long.
Yeah, this is why you invite your friends over and you be like, yo, do you guys want to, do some gardening? That'd be so cool, right? And they're like, yeah. He goes, I'll give you alcohol. That'll make it go faster. Yeah.
My friends...
There we go.
I'm allergic to this country. I can't do it.
Yeah, see?
Sorry. I would if I wasn't allergic. But,
They'll take the drink, but not the weeds.
Not the...
And I'll be real. Whenever I'm in Barbados and they cut the grass and there's flowers around, it does nothing to me. I'm cool. I can breathe. Do that shit in this country.
Alright, so it must be in the air.
Yes. Yeah, something in the water. But anyway.
I'll Google it, but I'll tell you later.
Welcome, lovely people. Issue 93 of the Source Wall. Can you believe we've been going? We're nearly at 100. We're going to do something special. We'll invite you lot. We'll do something cool. But yeah, hi Sean, Karan, Sally,
everybody in the chit that we say hey.
Chats. Yes. What news of what we got for people this week?
Okay, so we haven't really got that much news this week, unfortunately. So this might be a bit of a tangent issue.
Slightly.
Yeah, slightly. So let's start with the tangent of Mulan on Disney Plus and in theatres in September. But as you know, we all pay for Disney Plus at how much is it?
$5.99.
$5.99, or a bit cheaper if you pay for the year in advance and that.
Yeah.
But Mulan, well, this is in the States and would obviously probably come over here as well, whoever's got Disney Plus. To get Mulan, it's a charge of $29.99. Dollars. Obviously, plus your subscription as well, I presume. And I heard as well that I think it should be actually released in October. That's something that I heard through the grapevine, but...
Okay. We're released in theaters or on Disney Plus?
Disney Plus. So basically, it'll be released on Disney Plus on September the 4th. And whichever country or region doesn't have Disney Plus, they'll release it at the cinemas.
Okay.
So yeah,
how much are cinemas charging? Is this?
Well,
it's going to be regular price.
Regular price, I presume. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There probably will be a discount because obviously I don't know. I don't know. It might be a discount. It might be more expensive because they need the money.
Yeah. But, I was thinking like if it comes to obviously them releasing it in the theaters, they'd have to have longer like the cinema would have to be open longer.
Yeah.
Just because to make up the numbers, because one you've got to do logically, you'd have to do like obviously minimal people in the screening space. So you'd like have one person, then no person, then one person, then no person. That's the most logical way to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But then you'd have to have more screenings to make up the money. That being said, that's all cute, but I have a funny feeling we're going to be in lockdown again, because especially in this country, our government is complete fans.
Doo-doo.
Like, you know what I mean? They don't know what they're doing.
Nope.
We're in a Brexit and a pandemic. It's not. Anyway, so
So $29.99. Are you?
So I heard it's for a family of 4. Yeah.
Right.
Which one?
Wait, what's for a family of 4?
The press. So okay, so let's just say, no, wait. Let's just say, okay, cool. So I have Disney Plus, and I put my family on my Disney Plus because obviously they have their own profiles and they can watch it, whatever. So if I pay for it, then obviously I'm paying for 4 people to watch it.
True.
I understand that. However, it's like, unless you're gonna pay for it and invite people around, or like invite people onto your Disney Plus
And chip in.
like, yeah, it's just, I get it, but they needed to do a smarter way of doing that, and I don't think this is the best way that they could have done it or priced it.
I don't know.
There is no. Go on, you go, Rich.
I've
got patience.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they. Hold on one sec. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's it's kind of reasonably priced, I reckon, because like you said, it's for a family of 4. Obviously, if you're sharing your account with people, you could be a family of 4. So you might be the guy, the wife, and you got the 2 kids. And then you're paying for that, and then whoever you're sharing it with, they might have it as well. So yeah, it's kind of, if you're looking at it in a way of going to the cinema, you're obviously saving a lot of money because you're not buying. Well, you kind of are buying stuff from your house. You got stuff in your house, but you're not buying extra things. You got the comfort of your living room if you've got surround sound and all that shizzle. Yeah, it's reasonable, I guess.
Yeah. And obviously the price over here, it would drop, because if it's $29.99 there, then, and they do all that half tax after the thing or whatever they're doing. So like,
I wouldn't count on that. I wouldn't count on that, because a lot of things they still, like us getting our figures, they are priced and at like $20 or $22, and over here it's still the same price anyway. It's $20, $22. So we're actually, if you're talking like that, then we're probably actually paying a little bit more.
Okay.
Because sometimes our figures are like, if they're like $20 over there, we end up paying 26 sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Which doesn't sometimes. So it's like, which doesn't really make sense, but it's probably because of the whole Brexit thing. But anyway.
Yeah. We will not get into that. Yeah.
I wasn't trying to. I was just saying.
Yeah. But yeah. But
wrong fool, fill it out.
Yeah. We try to warn you.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling about this Disney Plus and Mulan, Kieran? How are you feeling?
What was a good movie that we all watched on Netflix not long ago? Everyone loved it. Extraction. Yeah. I watched that with myself, my son, my mom, stepdad. Oh wow,
Yeah.
4 people,
Yeah.
and I didn't have to pay shit. And clearly they made bank because they're doing a sequel. There is no, I don't care what their reasons are. There's no legitimate reason for them to release
There is.
Mulan. No, because I get that they're trying to get their money back because they could have gone in cinema. Fine, I get it.
No, but it's more of an expensive film to make as well.
Yeah.
A lot more.
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I somewhat study streaming on wherever it's music or movies, and let's use music as a thing. Like likes is pretty much currency.
True.
Likes is pretty much currency. Okay, I don't know if Disney Plus has a like button, but just bear with me.
Okay.
What does it?
No, it doesn't.
No, but
no, it does. It does. It actually does.
Yeah.
The point is,
go on.
you can they judge nowadays by likes and streams, and somehow that generates money to these companies. I don't know how it does, but what? Go on.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna be like not allow anyone to voice an opinion. So go.
No, sorry, but I think the difference is like if you're kind of like for YouTube, for instance, because we're working on YouTube. I think what it is that they'll pay you more because people are using their service. So the more likes and more views you get, you're worth their money, so they'll pay you. But I think with Disney, because they're doing it themselves, it's like YouTube doing a YouTube video, and it doesn't matter about the likes and everything like that, because they're all getting the money anyway. It's not going to anyone else. Like music as well. If you put music on, I don't know how SoundCloud works in that particular realm, or Spotify, but all the likes and all the listens, they'll get more money, obviously, because a lot more people are listening to it. But Disney produced and made Mulan, so they're getting the money through the subscriptions, the £29 that we're paying.
Yeah.
Netflix are making movies. They didn't say, "Oh, you have to pay this on top of."
But apparently, Netflix is actually losing money. That's the thing. Netflix is actually losing.
You know what?
Apparently,
I have no argument. I give.
Sorry.
I'm going to say, no, cool. It's fine. If you're going to teach me, I'm not going to sit here and be ignorant. But,
I don't know.
Paying $99.
Yeah. No, I don't know for sure, but from what I've been hearing through other videos, is that they are actually losing a lot of money, but they are still making a lot more content, but at the same time they're losing quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
So
I think go on.
So I mean, I get what you're saying in that respect. The thing is as well, I think this kind of thing is okay if you're doing it for shows like Mulan. What they actually should have done as well, they probably should have done that with
Black Widow.
No, well, that's the thing. I reckon they're probably testing this out and seeing if they can make that money back. Because if they can make as much money as they can in the cinema on this, because don't forget, you still have to pay that $5.99 for that subscription anyway. So really and truly,
it's like audio books all over again.
Yeah, exactly. So really and truly, it's like $36 or £36. But saying that, I would have thought they probably should have done that with Hamilton as well, because that would have been one to do it with. Yeah. But
definitely.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to say is, big shows, big productions like that, like something that everybody would want to watch. That's the kind of thing that they should possibly do this kind of thing on. Smaller shows, like I don't know, one of those I Spy children's shows. They ain't gonna run.
No, I think as well, like Disney, should have, like I said to them before, obviously they took this idea, but I'm going to give you another one at Disney, just to help you out, because literally you're listening to our algorithm, so you might as well. Like, what I was saying, like they should have Disney Dark, like just for adults, or Disney Adult or whatever.
Yeah.
But for this, they should have things like Disney Cinema.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you're going to that place to be like, okay, this is all the kind of cinematic stuff that is coming out or that they've produced, and that I know I might have to pay for, but it's with your choice whether you want to pay for it or not.
Yeah.
And so should Netflix. Netflix should have Netflix Cinema. So any big productions they have made, things like The Old Guard, Extraction, put that in Netflix Cinema, and then be like, cool, we're going to charge an additional fee to that. Or you just be like, boom, like we'll add like a fee to your subscription, so you pay a little bit higher fee, but that includes Netflix, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cinema or Disney Cinema. So then it's just like you don't have to worry about it. It's just like, okay, I'm let's just say I'm paying £20, you know what I mean, for Disney. At least then I know it includes Disney Cinema, and then anything they drop, I can just watch.
Yeah,
and then my family can watch.
That's the thing.
And
that will make sense. Like I'm saying, like you said, if they were to drop this month, Mulan, or in September, come October is Black Widow.
Yeah.
And then the month after that, they can drop something else that's a high valued production that probably would have come out in a cinema if not. But again, that's the thing. If they start doing this kind of thing, then what use is the cinema really?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure
that's the whole point.
I'm sure they would have deals with that. Whereas like you can. If a movie's making so much in the cinema, they have to have deals. Like back in the days when we used to get films, I think there's like a thing where it has to be in a cinema for a certain amount of days or months, and then after that it can't be anywhere, it can't be streamed, it can't be brought for like 6 months or whatever, and then after that then it comes out on DVD and then you can buy it.
There you go.
Whatnot. I'm sure there's some licenses or deals or something like that, but
well then people like Odeon or The View, those like companies should have been like, we're gonna make virtual cinema until people can come back to the cinema. So at least then you keep the business open and be like, all right, cool, all of the movies that were supposed to come out just come here. Everybody can just pay this one-off of like, okay, I don't know, just one-off fee of going to the cinema or whatever, but do it in a way where it's viable. But I don't know how they would do that, what I mean, just to make sure people ain't skanking the system. Everybody will skank the system, you know what I mean?
You guys, let me just ask, Isha,
yes, go ahead.
You spending your $29.99 on Mulan?
I mean, no, fam, I'm not, unless they add it to my like I said, the smartest thing to do would be like to have Disney Cinema, unless you're going to add the extra fee onto my already subscription, so that any other movies that come out I can just watch them. You know what I mean? I ain't paying $29.99. How much that includes? I'm not doing it.
I don't know.
It's about you, Clue Master.
No, not for Mulan. I mean, my missus, she loves.
What, Avengers 4 though?
Yeah? No, well, that's what I was gonna say. Like my missus, she would like Mulan. So if she wanted to watch it with Cass, then I guess I would drop the money for it, because, like you said, if it was Avengers or Black Widow, I would actually consider dropping it. In fact, I know I would drop it, because
I've been wanting to see Black Widow for a time.
I'm not really going to the cinema now, and I'm not gonna like be on the net looking at spoilers and all that. So I would be dropping it on Black Widow.
Yeah, because even the drive from my house to park and then parking, and then say a ticket for myself is not gonna equate to $29.99.
But like you said, if it's not just you watching it though. So it's you plus your mom plus your stepdad plus your son, and so it's and that's I think that's the thing, because it's not a personal. If they did like one account on Disney, then maybe but even so, you might be a person living by yourself, or you might be a person living with a family. At the end of the day, you're just paying that £26. You're not paying £15 each, plus popcorn, plus a drink, plus parking, plus petrol. So it does kind of equate, depending on how your household is, I think.
Yeah.
It's just about £7 something.
Yeah.
So I was just dividing it. There's the maths.
There we go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They did this. It's not bad. You know what I mean? But again, it's like, if I was a single person, let's say I was a single person,
which a lot of people who have these things are.
Yeah, if I'm a single, I'm calling people and being like, look, who wants to jump on my Disney Plus? Because if I'm paying this $29.99, some of you are coming on. You give me my little £7, and you can watch the film and then you can come off.
Just change the password for the month.
Literally.
Like,
that's it.
But Disney Plus ain't working. Did you change the password or anything? You know what? Black Widow just came out, and I had to drop $29.99 on it. So if you wanna, I mean, you could drop me £5 or something.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do.
People, what they're gonna end up doing? People are gonna just be starting hustles.
Of course. Real.
That's what they're just creating another
hustles. Cinema hustles. That's it.
Yo, I got that Avengers 4. I got that Blade. Hey, come on, my Disney Plus. Give me £5. Yeah, man.
I will say this though: when it drops in the cinema, I know this is really bad. I shouldn't say this, but all pirate people are gonna be in heaven, because there's hardly gonna be anybody there. Yeah. You just literally could set up a tripod. No one's coming to watch.
Yeah. Different angles. The editing on pirate DVDs is gonna be crazy now, man. They've got cameras there.
I find when things are streamed though, I've heard
Allegedly.
There's
yeah.
But obviously, when things are streamed, people can copy it easier than doing it from the cinema. So it would be a lot better quality for those people. We don't condone piracy or anything like that. It's not good, man.
It's wrong. It's wrong. We appreciate the work, but it's wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's next? Before we get our asses in trouble.
Yeah.
I've never watched a pirate anything in my life except Peter Pan and Pirates of the Caribbean.
There you go.
Piracy is wrong.
Yes, piracy is wrong, people. Let's just don't do it.
Have you not seen the Boondocks? Piracy doesn't just hurt the cinema; it hurts everyone.
Yes, yes. It hurts those who work in the industry as well.
Yeah, so, us as actors, it does hurt us.
Some of us here on the show are editors. You're taking food out of their babies' mouths.
Exactly. Yeah. So don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it now.
So we've got carrying on this, we got like a little a statement from, because basically what happened, they had their company's third quarter earnings meeting at Walt Disney. And the chief executive officer, Bob Chapek. Basically, he said, "We're pleased to bring Mulan to the consumer base that's been waiting for it, as we've had to move our release date several times. We're looking at Mulan as a one-off, as opposed trying to say that there's a new business windowing model. That said, we find it very interesting to be able to take a new offering, our Premier Access offering, to consumers at that $29.99 price, and learn from it and see what happens, not only in terms of uptake of the numbers of subscribers that we get on the platform, but the actual number of transactions on the Disney Plus platform that we get on the PVOD offerings." So yeah.
It's fine. It's like they said, the $29.99 will only be a one-off. Next time it'd be like $35.
Really?
I thought you said it was a one-off. It was. Only Mulan was $29.99.
Exactly.
Yeah. But this is Black Widow now. So
exactly.
It's a bit more expensive.
We need
read
to make
the fine print. Read the fine print.
Yeah.
This is Avengers money.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay. Who we got next?
So,
Mulan for free. What we got next?
Next we've got Vinnie Jones got mugged off just like the rest of us.
Oh dear.
So
what mugged off means for our fans who aren't from from here.
From the neck of the woods. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wasn't gonna do it.
So sorry, 1 second.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Well, good. I might actually get a beverage also.
Agua.
So Jones played Juggernaut in X-Men: The Last Stand.
Yeah, we remember.
Yeah. He's
bitch.
I'm the Juggernaut. He's got a new movie coming out, which is called
Juggernaut 2: Unstoppable.
Oh God.
What's that film called?
Please no.
Sorry, I can't find the new film is in.
Yes, that's how obscure it is.
Yeah. But basically, he did an interview promoting that movie, and someone asked him about X-Men, and basically he said, "I love the role, but hopefully you can put it effing right here, mate. I basically got mugged off. Matthew Vaughn signed me up, and it was great. It was a great role and a great script, and Juggernaut was a great character. I signed up for 3 of them, and that will show you how serious I was about it. Brett Ratner basically dissolved the character I was in I was in my effing trailer half the time. It's one of the most disappointing jobs I've been on, as far as what am I doing here. it wasn't the same Juggernaut as I signed up for. They took his storyline away. They're taking his character away, his dialogue. I had 2 big meetings with Brett about it, and he said, yeah, it's coming. They're writing stuff for you as we speak, and it never effing happened. Disappointment.
I forgot how much Vinnie Jones swears.
Yeah, disappointment-wise, that was probably one of the biggest. What's upsetting is some of the fans blame me. It was effing nothing to do with me, that role. I didn't sign up for.
I don't blame the actor for his at all.
Yeah. The Juggernaut you saw was not the Juggernaut I signed up for with Matthew Vaughn. I'll tell you that now. It upsets me. I know I know what it means to the fans, and I felt like I was a bit of a scapegoat, as no one ever told my side of it. Nobody ever stood up and said, hold on a minute, what, we completely whitewashed Vinny's character. Basically, I was an extra, mate. That's how I felt. I was gutted, to be honest.
Whitewashed, alright.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Matthew Vaughn, the director, well, he later directed. When asked about, this is all coming from comicbook.com.
Okay.
Comicbookmovie.com. When asked about the difference between working with Matthew Vaughn, who later directed X-Men First Class, and Brett Ratner, he responded, it was a different script, and then Brett, for some reason, brought all these other characters on board that had one line in each of the effing movie, and it was a joke, really. It was so disappointing, you know. So Brett Ratner heard about this, and he said, in all seriousness, I shot the script I was given, and I was not able to expand the role of Juggernaut as per Vinny's request due to the extremely limited time I had to deliver the film. I had the utmost respect and admiration for Vinnie Jones and his talent and fruit, though he created a memorable character. So yeah.
What was funny? You know in Rick and Morty, the episode where with the simulation.
Yeah.
And then Jerry ends up in the simulation, and there's that back and forth of like who's to blame.
Yeah.
That's what that sounded like. It's like, well, we only did Juggernaut like this because such and such says, oh, you can't blame us because we only did it because such. It's just no one trying to take blame. I got 4 words.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. What's that?
Talked over it. Release the Snyder Cut.
Release the Snyder.
We want the Snyder Cut version of the Juggernaut in X-Men Last Stand.
Yes.
Come on, man. Make this happen, everybody. In the comments, hashtag X-Men Free the Last Stand. Release the Snyder.
I have one word for all of the X-Men films and the Juggernaut character. Okay? Just trash. Okay, that's it. Let's move on. Complete and after trash. Complete trash.
Yeah. No, I was well disappointed because
sorry.
He I think he was in when they was in the house, right? That was like the first scene you saw him, right?
Yeah. No, first thing you saw him, he was in the
truck.
In the truck, and then Mystique let him out. Yeah.
Oh.
And then Mystique got hit by the pellets.
Oh yeah.
And then Magneto didn't help her. And then she was like, she got a bit mad.
Yeah. Kind of thing. And then I think it was the second scene where he was with Magneto and they went to the house, the Jean Grey house.
Yeah.
And that's when Green knifed his hand, went through. There was no blood.
Yeah.
But I was like, what mutant power is that?
But there was also the scene where he actually literally looked at Charles Xavier and said nothing. Yeah. He was like, your brothers.
Complete trash.
What's going on?
Like,
your brothers.
Right, Charles.
Are you? Yeah. What's going on? So from then it was like, what the hell is this? And then everything else. I did like that bit where he says I'm the Juggernaut, bitch, because that scene reminded me of the animated cartoon when he's with what's his name, Black Tom. And they're in the castle and they kidnap Lalandra, and then and then the X-Men come and he's chasing Rogue through the different rooms. He breaks through the walls and that. It kind of reminded me of that, so I kind of like that bit.
The thing is,
he's not a mutant.
He's a mythical being.
Yeah, right, that. The thing is that scene was supposed to make you remember that.
Yeah.
But to me, and I'm pretty sure to everyone else, a lot of people, it just came across as cringe.
Yeah.
The whole film
being in the cinema, being like, ugh.
Yeah, it kind of peed you off because it wasn't Rogue he was chasing. It was Kitty Pryde. And then when she got into the room with that boy, it's like, wait a minute, why is his powers gone? He's not actually a mutant, man. So.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. Like, if he's chasing someone who can...
to be honest, sorry, Isha, why I understand about Leech from the X-Men, and Rich, you know more about X-Men. But why I understand about Leech, he doesn't just shut down mutant powers, he shuts down power. Isn't that what he does? Like,
but that wasn't Leech. It was... Who was it?
It was supposed to be Leech. I swear that kid was supposed to be Leech.
We're about to find out. Listen, somehow lift music.
Dun, dun, I swear that kid was supposed to be.
Okay, maybe. I don't know.
It is uncertain because Fox don't know what they're doing, or Sony, whoever made that complete trash.
Leech, X-Men.
And they had Colossus, and they did nothing with him.
Yeah, it was Leech.
It was Leech. Yeah, so he shuts down power, doesn't he? So that, even if which technically, was he wearing an inhibitor collar?
No.
Because technically, that building shouldn't have held him. Now that I think about it, you've just given me another reason to despise that movie.
What building?
Where he was being held, Leech.
Because if you shut down power, then you shut down electricity, you shut down structure.
That's what I've known him to do in like where I've seen Leech, except for the 90s cartoon. But
so
to be honest,
he nullifies the superpowers of other mutants.
Okay. So he's not Leech. Okay, right, then. Fair enough. Well, then that still doesn't make any sense, because if it's a mutant, then Juggernaut shouldn't have been affected, because Juggernaut is not a mutant. He just has mystical powers.
That's the thing. In the comics, he's got mystical powers, but in this dumbass film, he's not Xavier's brother, and he's a mutant as well. So
let's move on.
Whoa! Hang on. Sorry. Leech has also been shown to dampen abilities that are non-mutant in origin at times, like the Fantastic Four hazmat of the Avengers Academy.
Yeah.
And the June negated the powers of the superhero power, blah, blah. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, again, that's what happens in the comics, but in this movie...
I'm just saying.
We're going to do an episode labelled Rant. Everything wrong with this movie.
And we're just going to go...
Well, we did X-Men. We have done X-Men. We haven't done the others.
We haven't done the others too.
We do the first X-Men. We got a list.
We did do the first X-Men. So if you want to watch that, our rant on the X-Men movie, you can find that in our list. It's probably in our reviews playlist.
Also, my favorite episode of The Sorcerer has probably got to be Surviving Professor X.
Yeah, definitely.
Go back and watch that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he went in on Professor Charles Xavier.
Yeah. It was needed.
It was.
Yeah.
It was needed. Can't look at him the same now.
No.
My child has gone out the window, you know.
Yeah. So Sean in the chat, Shawnee B. Yo, what's going on, Sean? He's got 4 words. Cyclops got chiefed out. He sure did, man.
So bad.
That whole movie just molested everybody, to be honest.
Cringe. Ultimate. Okay, let's move on before we get...
Gosh, Storm got rock up constantly.
I was about to be like, don't bring up Storm. Don't do it.
Alright, move on. What's next?
Move on.
You know what? Yeah,
so
apparently, guy got mugged off.
Yes.
Shit,
yeah.
Oh, dear.
So this is a bit of news that wasn't in the script, actually, because this is breaking.
It's about Talib Kweli.
No. Although I did hear about that. But it's not about Talib Kweli. It's about Ren and Stimpy.
What about
Ren and Stimpy reboot in the works.
Yeah. Is it for Adult Swim or Comedy Central?
It's at Comedy Central apparently. This is from
Which is weird.
comicbook.com. So the Ren and Stimpy show will return on Comedy Central. It's been 25 years since Ren and Stimpy ended their run on Nickelodeon and Spike TV. Now Comedy Central will reimagine the series for a new generation.
No, don't like that word. Don't like that word. I don't like it.
No. Have you seen Teen Titans Go reimagined or Thundercats reimagined? Or when they reimagined Ben 10 with those times when Ben 10 was perfect? Or I don't know, give me some throw something out there. Come on.
Thundercats was horrible.
Stop reimagining. You know
you can't. Go ahead.
So this
I've got my Ren and Stimpy. I've got the box on DVD. It's cool. Do what you want to do, man.
So this is according to the Hollywood Reporter. Nickelodeon Animated Studios will develop the project once Viacom CBS hires a creative team. There's no information available on when the series will debut or for how many episodes it will run. The original Ren and Stimpy show debuted on Nickelodeon in 1991. This announcement is the latest in the trend of Viacom CBS reviving subversive animated comedies from the 90s and early 2000s. The company will also resurrect Beavis and Butthead and Clone High and ordered the Daria spin-off series Jodie.
Sorry, hang on. Daria.
Yeah.
Daria, the spin-off of Beavis and Butthead, is getting a spin-off. All right, they're just gonna keep spinning that show off.
I just want to say, Daria was beyond intellectually progressive and just analytically. What's the word? It's just everything about that show was brilliant.
I love Daria.
I miss Daria.
Me too.
Yeah, Daria was so sick.
No, I literally missed watching it. I haven't.
Oh, you missed it?
You didn't watch
it? I think I watched like a few.
Out.
Yeah, I didn't watch a few of the episodes, but yeah.
The sarcasm in Daria is just on perfect. It's just on perfect. Like
anytime it was on, I was watching it.
Yeah, and it was weird because it was like, I was like, Daria's my friend. I don't know her. Yeah, but she's my brethren, isn't it? And then like the black characters were like, the black characters were like, no, they're my people, innit? Like, even though they're doing a thing, they're like, why are you chatting stupidness? Like, it was just a great show. So if you're gonna reimagine it, you better reimagine it with a lot of intelligence. Because anyhow you dumb it down, Daria fans are going to rip you a new anus. Like, you know.
To be honest, that's the formula these days to dump. I'm not gonna say that that's what they're gonna do, but that's the formula these days to dump shit down. Yeah, they're like, we can go on talking like old folk, like, oh, we had all these intelligent shows back when we were younger, but like, I don't know. That just seems to be the formula. I wouldn't even reimagine these shows. I would just be like, whatever season Daria ended,
carry on.
Whatever's next. Carry. Yeah. Don't do that.
But the joke is,
you get people backed up when you people are on edge when you use words like rehash or reboot or when you got in the beginning of a word.
Yeah.
It's
OG fans are like, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as well, it's like
Wu-Tang came out and said, we're doing a reimagining of Wu-Tang. What?
Yeah, no.
A Method Man's going to be there though, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean.
But the thing is as well, with all this, like, not to use the word, like, this, I was going to say pansy, but this, like, soft shit, that we've got on TV now for young people, for our generation, whatever. I don't know, what are you going to do to Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah.
Because Ren and Stimpy was already an issue back in the day. If you've got an issue with fucking Elmo talking about racism, don't be like, Ren and Stimpy is definitely not for you, babes.
Yeah.
That needs to be at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Have you watched Ren and Stimpy as an adult? Not like the ones after Nickelodeon where it went to MTV and they became very, very different, but like when the Nickelodeon ones. Have you watched those as an adult?
Yes, they're mad.
They're insane. Like that horse. Yeah. There was an episode where I think they were going door to door. Remember when they were selling rubber nipples?
Remember that episode? Days.
So they're selling rubber nipples, and they knock on they knock on the horse's door, and he just goes on this weird rant, where if you read between the lines, that guy had killed people.
Yeah.
And then he's got this guy. He's holding this guy hostage, and the guy goes, "God, the police." When you watch that, so when I was a kid and I was watching it, I'm like, I didn't get it. But when I was watching it as an adult, I'm like, this is dark.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that, man.
Two of the episodes that like really stuck with me because they were really disturbing. One was the earwax one, where I think he went into a giant and he was taking the earwax out, or someone was taking the earwax out. It was a mad thing. It was a lot, and I was like, I don't know why I'm watching this.
Yeah,
I can't take my
full detail into things. Like they
were
different.
It was gruesome. I just loved it. I was a fucked up child. And then the other one was when they were cutting wood, and had to cut the wood on Stimpy, but he had attached.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Those ones, that one. Yeah. So that one wasn't the Nickelodeon ones. That's when it like ended, and then it I think like MTV picked it up.
Yeah.
It was like that's when they started doing like a lot of what's the word? Homoeroticism or whatever they call it.
Yeah, homoeroticism.
Yeah, they started doing a lot of that.
So before that, it was all like kind of death, murder, like you said, it was dark, and then we got like a lot of like sexual explicit stuff.
So Stimpy was always gay. Like remember when Ren's cousin came to stay over, and Ren is excited like, oh, this is my cousin, such and such. He's smart and intelligent like me. I can't wait to meet him, Stimpy. And he comes over and he's like, Stimpy. And then Stimpy's like, oh, do you want to see my favorite thing in the world? He's like, oh yeah, sure. They go in the closet. And then they're sitting in Stimpy's kitty litter.
Yeah.
So they're obviously doing, taking the shit or whatever in the kitty litter, and it's like Stimpy looks at the camera, and is like, "Hey, this is private." Closes the door, so they're in the closet. And then one of them goes, "Look at me, I'm a sword swallower." And then it just cuts to the.
See,
like, as a child, I just didn't get that shit. When I watched it as an adult, I was like, "What? Come on, guys."
Yeah. It's mad. It's mad. Like I don't know how you're gonna reimagine Ren and Stimpy. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Not in this time.
I don't know what you're gonna do.
The thing is, and I've had this conversation with you guys on the show. I was just having it with a conversation with my mum the other day. The world is soft these days.
Yep.
It is soft. It is so soft, and I just couldn't imagine them doing a Ren and Stimpy. That like, have you watched like the modern day Warner Brothers cartoons or the
Yeah,
modern day?
I've watched a couple.
Tom and Jerry, they are whack.
Yeah.
They're missing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, all right. Well, you know what? Good luck. Do your Daria spin-off. Your Ren and Stimpy. I'll sit and I'll give you about 3 episodes and see.
Beavis and Butthead. What are you gonna do with Beavis and Butthead? They just laughed for 45 minutes.
Beavis and Butthead isn't bad though.
They just rebooted that a few years ago. Remember?
No, did they? I thought they just did.
Yeah, they did. So back in the day, you would watch Beavis and Butthead, and they'll be watching like rock videos, and then they have their little stories in between. A few years ago, Google it. They reimagined it again. I remember Mike Judge. I can't remember if we were doing doing the podcast at the time. Mm-hmm. Mike Judge was inside. It's like, yeah, it's a Ren and it's a Beavis and Butthead for a new generation. They're going to be talking about modern day shit, and they basically were sitting there watching like Jersey Shore, Nicki Minaj videos. I think Nicki Minaj sat out. Don't quote me on that.
In 2011.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So they're doing it again. What, did they fuck it up? They're going to try for a third?
All right.
Leave the 90s alone, people. Just leave it alone. Yeah, it was our golden era.
Yeah, that's the remember.
Yeah, it was our golden era. We're going to hang on to it for dear life because, that's what we're doing. Yeah. You lot just make your own stuff because our stuff was brilliant.
Yeah. So...
assholes, kiss my ass.
So Sean in the chat said Daria was sick, but the world wasn't ready for her.
Thank you, Sean.
It's true because that used to come on every Sunday. I used to watch it on like Channel 5, and there was a period of time where we didn't have Sky cable, and so me and my brother would watch it like every Sunday afternoon on Channel 5. And but whenever I'll go to school and be like, and people are talking about shows like, do you watch Daria? Oh, Daria's rubbish, man. Daria's crap. I'm like, but to people who don't like Daria, to me it's like when I used to go to school or college or uni, and I'll be like, we'll be talking sitcoms, And then I'll pick up Frasier, the intelligent one.
Yeah.
When people tell me, sorry, slight tangent. When people tell me they don't like Frasier, to me, you're a fucking idiot. It's because you don't understand. You're dumb.
I was waiting for him to drop it. I was like, just tell them. Just tell them they're stupid.
That's why you don't like it, because you're dumb. You're dumb, man.
Alright. People didn't understand shows like Dario and Fraser. They weren't ready. That's what Sean's saying.
They weren't ready.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
And I was young watching Frasier and I got that shit, man.
Yes, of course. And Dario. Anyway,
well, the two shows I never watched, but
that's
call me dumb if you want.
We know you're smart. We know you're smart, so it's fine. It's okay. There we go.
I know when there's smart people who just where it's just not your cup of tea, but I know a lot of dumb people.
Yeah. All right. So next one is comic book news. So again, not really much this week, but yeah, here it goes. DC announces Injustice Year Zero.
Yeah.
So DC
Zero, before the Joker blows up the world.
So DC announced that Injustice Gods Among Us comic book writer Tom Taylor will be returning to the universe. He helped shape into one of the most fan favorite comics of the last decade. So yeah, this is a prequel title, Year Zero. The series will be released as a digital exclusive. First 3 installments are available today on Comixology, Amazon, and other digital booksellers who carry comics. So yeah, I didn't really read Injustice. I know Sean, the other Sean, did, and your Sean. Sean's saying Injustice was dope. Injustice 2 got ridiculous, too much madness for no reason, none.
I didn't necessarily read it, so what I did, I watched because it was a game first. I watched the cutscenes from the game.
Did you watch all of that?
All of it, bro.
Is it? I was gonna do it, but that was was it nearly 3 hours?
3 hours is nothing, man.
I know, but I gotta sit down and watch it.
Anytime there's a game that I'm interested in. So I'm not those people that watch people play games. I can't understand that mentality. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter when I start my account. Anyway.
He'll be linked to the source file. You'll be fine. You'll be able to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I would watch cutscenes. So any game that I was interested in, but I either missed out on playing or I couldn't be bothered to buy it, or for whatever reason, I would watch the cutscenes.
Yeah.
I think it's fun just watching them as little CGI movies.
Yeah.
And I really I didn't care to play the game, but I definitely wanted to know the story.
Yeah.
So I watched all those cutscenes, and then, I'm not going to give this guy any play. There's a YouTube channel that would talk about it. So I was watching this guy talk about it. I'll give him play. It was Comic Storian.
Yeah.
Comic Storian's. Well, I got a beef with him. So I was watching Comic Storian, and so that's where I was getting the story.
Yeah.
But then when it got to the later ones, where I started paying attention is where all of a sudden Harley Quinn just got mad popular.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
She just got her own comic book. People were feeling her. Girls are dressing up as like her at Comic-Con where they weren't before. People are hearing that there's going to be a movie coming out, and then Injustice just became about Harley Quinn. Yeah. Every issue is like Harley Quinn did this, Harley Quinn did that. I'm like, I don't care what Harley Quinn is doing during this whole thing. What is Superman doing? Where's Batman?
Yeah.
Didn't he just kill Green Arrow? Can I know what's going on there?
Yeah.
So I just stopped paying attention. So that's how I felt on that. But Zero Year, I wouldn't mind checking out.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah. When I find time to catch up on my bloody comics, then it is definitely one I need to read, and obviously watch.
3 hours.
3 hours.
If they do a 0 year, wouldn't the game? I don't know. Does it say what kind of content? What's going to be in the 0 year?
The description for it, the fallout of the old gods focuses the action around the Justice League and the discovery of how their predecessors covertly fought within World War II to bring down a tyrant. When the Joker finds a way to control DC's superheroes, he uses his leverage to sabotage the Justice League and the JSA from the inside.
Yeah, actually, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'll probably pay attention to that.
Yeah. Might cop that.
All right.
The DCeased.
All right, cool.
Ooh, what we got next?
All right. Next up, we've got reviews.
Ooh, okay. Who wants to go first? Should I go first?
So
go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, go on.
What I was gonna say was, because you're the only one who's watched Black is King. I'm assuming you watched The Umbrella Academy, right? Isha?
You, Kieran. Oh,
Yeah.
I watched the Red Academy.
I watched episode 1.
Okay. And we all watched Transformers, did we? Or
I got 2 more to watch.
Okay.
I'm finished, yeah. I'm finished, yeah. I'm not gonna finish it. I'm finished it. So, yeah.
Right.
So we just have a model of everything.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I can go first on Transformers then.
Yeah, go first on Transformers. It's
So,
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
It was sick. I liked it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was sick. Jeez, it was. It kind of. Yeah, it's kind of. It's not the cartoon. It's not the 80s cartoon. It's a lot more violent than that. If they were humanoids, there would be a lot of blood. The story was pretty good, and actually, like Megatron's reasoning was actually pretty dope as well. So it is one of those where you're like, you take it from the bad guy's side, and you're like, actually, he's got a point there. He's got a point.
I feel like it's one of those situations. Now, bear in mind, I got 2 episodes to watch, but what's that one Transformer that ended up being that one Decepticon who ended up being left behind, and he was running with the Autobots for a while.
I'm really crap with names.
The little yellow and purple one, him.
Yeah.
When he was saying to Prime, yeah, you would say that, but we were the ones who were in the mines while you were doing all the lavish and luxury shit. And I was just like, all these years I've been pro Autobot. I should have been like a Decepticon.
Yeah, exactly. It's mad.
And it just made me think I might have to switch allegiances.
Oh dear.
Because I was kind of like, ain't that us though?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those classic. Are you part of Malcolm X? Are you part of Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
Which one are you doing? Which one?
I'm gonna preserve my allegiances until I've seen the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Impactor.
I've always been a Prime fan. Sorry?
Impactor.
Impactor. Sorry, Rich, you were saying. I don't mean to take off your...
No, I was just saying Impactor.
No, I was just saying your review. I don't want to take it over. I feel like I just kind of...
No, I mean we've all seen it, so it's I don't mind us all talking about it. But yeah, it was dark. Sean saying Megatron was actually a compelling character. The whole setting felt seriously Soviet. Yeah, it did. One thing I would say, I wish there was. I wish we actually saw that change, because that's one thing that I've always wanted to see in Transformers, when they're all living. I think there was 1 or 2 episodes back in the days where you do see them before they're actually Decepticons and Autobots. But I wish it was kind of like more of like just before they switch and made their allegiance and that. But saying that, yeah, it was still good. It was still dark. It was good to see, just before they crashed to Earth. And we don't even know if that is just before they crashed to Earth. I don't think it will be, because
that could easily be when they went back.
Sorry?
It easily be when they went back.
No. It is before.
Oh,
it is before they crashed to Earth. Actually, it might be a bit of a spoiler, but basically, what happens at the end, it makes you think that they're on they're going to Earth. But I think it's because it's free. It's going to be a trilogy, so I think we're going to have the trilogy in or around Cybertron rather than on Earth, which I'm all for, man. I don't want to see no humans in these Transformers.
I honestly don't want to see any humans in the show. I'm so done with it. Just on what you said earlier. What did you say earlier? Lost the train of thought.
About it being
Go
Go on.
No, about it being what?
About it being dark or the before
the Soviet thing.
That's what Sean was saying.
And then you went on. Anyway, I'll just say what a different thought. One thing I liked about it. Oh, sorry, yeah, about seeing them before the wreckage and before the war. Mm-hmm. So like, there was definitely an episode because I used to watch Transformers back in the day. I had mad toys. I think Rich, you got me to Transformers. And I remember this one episode because my mum used to buy them for me on VHS.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
good old VHS.
Yeah. There was this one episode where I think he was explaining to Spike or whatever the origin of like how the Transformers were made, about Cybertron, and I was like, this is sick. So there's definitely an episode out there like that. And I was thinking it would be nice if this show at least does some sort of flashback.
Touches on it.
Like just touches on it instead of just alluding to it. The other thing I liked is that although I love the old 80s one, and there was like a 2000s one that came out that used to be on Toonami that I used to dip in and out of. I remember that one would have Rodimus Prime and Optimus Prime as like two different factions of Autobots. But anyway, what I like about this one is that it doesn't feel as Saturday morning cartoonish.
Yeah.
Like it's got no ending. You can see this one is going somewhere. They got beats that they want to hit and they're gonna hit them. Yeah. That's what I like. And obviously not a human in sight.
One thing I didn't like, sorry to cut you off, was Soundwave. I didn't like his because Soundwave is one of his voice. He's one of my favorite Transformers, and it was just like it wasn't.
Didn't have the same kind of authority that it usually does.
That's it. That's exactly it.
It was the same, wasn't it?
What's that?
Starscream was the same, wasn't he?
No, I don't think any of them are the same characters.
Really? The guy who did Starscream
He's
was
good. Yeah, he was really good. But yeah, I don't think even Optimus Prime isn't the same.
No, he sounds. Optimus Prime definitely sounds different. I was like, oh, okay.
And that female Transformers that he's supposedly banging. Or whatever they do.
He's oil slanging.
They're exchanging transmission fluids.
They're exchanging parts. I'm done. Oh, hilarious.
Yeah, she was annoying.
My mind was weird. My mind went weird when I saw them two together. It went so weird. I was like, how did they do it? Oh my days! Seriously. Someone's gonna make that.
That might be the title of the show. Get yourself an oil change.
I'm gonna say. When you said about Soundwave. Every time I think of him, I always think of where Megatron's like, "Don't leave me, Soundwave," and it's like, "Command, Megatron."
Yeah, he's got like a real like bass, like kind of elder voice, kind of like Soundwave. So like, in this it's just like
even though they modified all their voices to sound robotic, he was the one who sounded most like a robot. His delivery, the tone, the speed in which he spoke. He was the one who sounded most like a robot, and I really loved that. Soundwave just different.
He had like a little like husk in the voice as well. I loved it.
So it was the one thing I love about the Transformers is the fact that it's for the grown adult. Like this version is definitely for the grown adult, and I'm just appreciative of that. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like you've been saying, it's like no humans. It's violent. It's just authentic to what the Transformers would be on, like not on Earth, and just doing their thing, which is good. So I just hope that they keep it honest and
same.
You know.
I think I've always liked Transformers, and every time they release a cartoon, I try to get into it, but it's like,
do you know what?
And like, go on.
Sorry, go on. Carry on. Sorry.
I was gonna say none of them has really grabbed me the way the ones from the 80s and 90s. Basically, the ones before the movie and slightly after the movie, but then when they just went and did their own thing, none of those other ones really.
Like, they did Beast Wars and Beast
I like
Beast Wars wasn't too bad, but Beast Wars was like
Beast
Wars was like a supplementary kind of Yeah, it's like
Tesco value.
Yeah, it's like you went to the restaurant to get something specific. Like I went to the Caribbean to get some oxtail, but you know what? Oxtail ran out, so you gotta get something else.
You only got a patty.
Or you got oxtail. I like my oxtail with white rice, for instance, but you might like your oxtail with rice and peas. But you go there and they've got no more rice and peas, or they've got no more rice. It's like
they got no rice, period.
And the thing is,
you can have your oxtail with some soup.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the point. It's like it's still a continuation from the Generation 1 Transformers.
Yeah, that one was canon to that story.
Yeah, so you still got your meal, but it wasn't exactly what you wanted. But then all these other ones were like, you know what? For some reason that Caribbean shop is closed. You got to go for something else, man. That whole shop's closed. You can't get anything that you want.
Can't get nothing.
No.
Go Burger King.
That's it. And all these.
That's the best analogy. Yeah. I'm sorry. That was great.
Because all these reboots and like they had like, it's for the little kids now and whatnot. But we want that Generation 1 back, and this gave us our Generation 1 back in a certain type of way.
Yeah, definitely.
Like this Hot Rod, him a few years ago. I can't remember how to transform him.
Mate.
So he's just stuck in. He's stuck in transformation limbo right now.
Yeah. Bless.
Mate, I can't collect them, man. I'm already.
That's too much. It's way too much.
Way too much.
Shout out to Sean, by the way, but this isn't like the ones he's got. This isn't like those good ones. This is just like a cheap kind of toy that I saw in the shop one day, and I was like, Hot Rod. I've always wanted a Hot Rod, so I just bought it. Hot Rod was always my favorite next to Prime.
Yeah, I didn't mind. I preferred Hot Rod rather than Rodimus Prime, man.
Yeah, I had no. You know what? So remember in the movie? Little tangent. Remember in the movie?
Yeah.
The series after the movie completely shits on the movie, and here's why. So in the movie, Optimus Prime dies. Spoiler. he gets killed by Megatron, which was actually Hot Rod's fault.
Yeah.
Why did I buy you? You're the reason Prime is dead. Anyway.
Don't dash him on the wall.
And I'm joking. And what am I talking to my toys for? Jimmy. Right, sorry.
Because you're a geek, we understand you. Go ahead.
Optimus Prime dies, and he gives the matrix of leadership to Hot Rod. Yeah, and he says, and he learns this shit will light up your darkest hour.
He gave it to Ultra Magnus.
Sorry. He gave it to Ultra Magnus. My bad. And he gives it to Ultra Magnus, and he says this will light up our darkest hour. Yeah. So then Magnus is trying to open it. He's like, Prime said this would. He can open it.
He wasn't even holding it right either.
Like, why didn't Prime show me how to do this, man?
Yeah.
Anyway. So then Hot Rod gets hold of it, and then he digivolves or evolves. Man
said digivolves, yeah.
He digivolves in, he's a rogue. He digivolves into, if you watch Digimon, you get it. He digivolves into Rodimus Prime. And then he's the new leader of the Transformers. Cool. Now, I remember at the end of the movie, they said, don't worry, Optimus Prime will return. And I got excited. Then the cartoon comes, I'm watching it. Before Optimus Prime comes back, there's this episode where the Autobots are in like slightly more trouble than usual. What did they do? Which was fan service, but I felt like it's shit on the movie. What did they do? They had this moment where he had to use the Matrix again to light up their darkest hour. And I'm like, that was just like a one-time deal.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that episode. I was like, ugh. I think I stopped watching it after that, to be honest. I was like, nah, I can't do it. No, to lie, I watched it up until Optimus Prime came back.
Yeah.
But just too...
He came back as a zombie as well once, didn't it?
Yeah, he came back as a zombie first.
Yeah.
And then he came back as like a live Optimus Prime. I'm ratings for remembering that, by the way. I was going to bring that up. The ratings for remembering that. But afterwards, it was kind of transitioning into the 90s. And then, obviously, I love the 90s, but this cartoon was an 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
better than 8.
Yeah, they had to do it. And they did a whole reboot, so it was like, okay.
No, this was sick. It was sick.
This was a good show.
The only thing is, like, it kind of happens to me, is like, again, with Umbrella Academy, when something's so sick, you binge it, and then you're like, so this came out today, I've just binged it all in one day, and now I've got to wait at least another 365 days before I can watch episodes. Season 2.
When you asked if you lot have watched Umbrella Academy, I'm like, I'm gonna watch an episode. I'm gonna watch an episode tonight. No. He's just like, no man, I'm finished it. Richard's like, I binged it on.
Done.
I did it. Do you know what happened? Like, I watched episode 1 the night before. I had it on, and then I fell asleep in the middle. And then the next day, I just had it on, and it was just on and on and on, and I was just like, this is actually pretty dope, man. This is pretty sick. So
I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm working on the self-control thing when it comes to TV shows, because I watched the first episode and I'm like, alright, cool, I'm just gonna see the terrain, and then I'm invested, and I'm like, well, I don't know how to finish it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's like reading a book.
Yeah.
I can't put the book down. That's how I've been. When I used to read books, like hardcore books, especially like James Patterson, I used to read all his books. If you see, like, I've got his entire collection. I used to sit there and I'm reading. I'm not putting the book down until the book's finished. Yeah, until the book is, or unless I can't hold my eyes open any longer. I'm like, so it's just the same for TV shows. I'm sorry. It's just, I need to know how it ends. I need closure.
I'm guessing that we've just transitioned into the review of Umbrella Academy.
Yes, we have. It's a good segue.
All right. Well, I've only watched episode 1, so let's not go into spoilers. But I thought episode 1 was, as in, we can spoil episode 1.
I can't even remember, like.
Yeah.
I was just, do you know, I had a feeling that you wouldn't even remember it. I was like, I'm thinking, should I suggest to Richard to watch it again?
You should have suggested it to me, because I would have watched definitely would have watched episode 1 again. It was sick. Like Sean saying, number 5 is MVP. Number 5 is sick.
Number 5 is boss level.
Yeah.
Like,
but did
his
we
character.
know we knew from season 1.
Yeah.
That kid.
Yeah.
Of the crew.
Do you know what I was thinking while watching it as well? Like, I was feeling upset because I knew this kid, by the next season or the season after, this kid is gonna shoot up and he's not gonna be a kid
That's
no more.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mm.
And I was like,
I had it before.
Yeah. He's dope, man.
Yeah.
When they showed the trailer, when the trailer came out a couple of weeks ago, I was like, oh yeah, number 5's a kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, how long are they going to be able to do that for?
Yeah. But even for this, like, he's obviously, he would have grown, because I don't know how old the actor actually is.
He's 16 now, I think. I heard today.
Is he 16?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but like, if he's 16, he would have shot up, because that's I feel like growth spurts at that time.
Yeah,
so it's like, they can CG his body and then just have his face, because, you know, I mean, they'll probably. Yeah, they've done that loads of time with people, and you know what I mean, where they could just like
bodies now, right?
Yeah, CG the body and then just put his face on top, so they don't have to do any kind of mapping, you know, bad CGing on his face and all that shit. So that can be done, but it's just like he's such a great actor.
Yeah,
I'm just happy to watch him.
I want to talk about a scene that I liked is when he came for Diego. He went to go see Diego at the institution, and like. He basically just like screws him over, basically.
Yeah.
He said, he's like, hey guards, my brother's planning an escape. He said, what are you doing? It's like, I'll come back for you later. But in the meantime,
take it out.
He's dope, man. He's
dope. Oh, no.
And the beginning where it's all right. Like such and such ends up in 1960, then you are in 61, you're in 62, and the rest of you in the rest of you in 63. But then when number 5 shows up.
Yeah.
When it's number 5's turn to show up, and they all met up.
Yeah.
They're just bodying the Soviet Union. I'm like, sick.
Dope.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, okay, at least they're not dragging it out. At least they're together already. And
they
I'm
get
like,
to the point.
There's an apocalypse. I'm like, what? Oh, this is
it was dope, man.
Yeah. When you watch the rest of the episodes, it gets so much better.
Yeah.
And like the end, all I'll say is the introduction of certain characters and like how they before it was kind of like the comics, but not as such. But now it's like properly like the comics. So you'll have characters who are in there, and again, number 5 is just great. But then like Diego's like little friend in the institution, she's banging as well.
Sick. And I thought her accent would actually get annoying, but because when I first heard her, I was like, oh no, because for me, I don't know, English in American films sometimes is off-putting, but
it can be great.
But she was actually good, man. She is actually good, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, wait, which one? Is she English for real life or is she faking it?
No, she's English. I think she's a British actor.
Okay, I've never seen it before.
One thing I've noticed, and I'm sure American directors get English people to do this all the time. Whenever I see English people in American shows, it's like they have to put on this fake English accent.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And I'm like, I want to go to Friends. I wish I never grew up watching Friends after I discovered some things. But anyway, when Emily came into it, Rusty's girlfriend from England, I was like, well, people don't speak like that. I'm growing up on the block. I'm on Aylesbury, so I'm like, don't speak like. But then, do you guys remember the show One on One? Dope show with Flex and Kyla Pratt.
Yes.
Right. So Floetry, who are from Streatham, around the way, were in an episode, and they poked their heads out of the limo and they said hello to like Brianna and them, and they had like these weird, ooh, hello, ooh, we're Floetry. I'm like, but you don't. And that's what I learned. That is when I learned that American directors get English people to fake English accents.
Yeah, that's
if I was an actor, like, you're not getting me to do that shit.
They make you do like a heightened level of like RP, which is the royal pronunciation or whatever. Like it's just like an upper class, we all talk like the Queen.
Yeah. It's bullshit. They should say no, man. I'm trying to be me. I don't talk like that. I'm off the end.
But Americans aren't hip to knowing that there are different, dialects of English language.
For those of you who are from the US, from the USA, this is how we speak, or at least us from South London anyway, and Isha from East.
East. East fam. Slackney. Crackney, mate. Crackney, mate.
Real for real.
One thing I would say actually that I've heard is that people are going on about, because the guy who plays number 5, his name's Eden Gallagher, and a lot of people are suggesting that he would be a good Damian Wayne. What do you guys think about that?
Hang on a sec. Hang on. I need to do this for emphasis.
Okay.
He might be a bit older, like he's 16 now, so, but
basically, you know, I can't do it, but I agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, if they got him younger, I would have worked with that. Yeah. He would have been a good number 5. Damian Wayne.
Yeah, definitely.
But the joke is, he's obviously he's young, but he has like a baby face.
Yeah.
As a young person anyway, so I think that's gonna work in his advantage. So he probably could pull it off. Like,
by the time Warner Brothers clocks onto that, he'll be 20. I won't want to see it. So we missed out.
Yeah, definitely.
That would have been good. It's too late.
Yeah. Oh, man.
If they had got him when he was, say, 11, 12. Hang on, how old was he when he came in?
He's probably like
he was 10.
15, 14.
Damian Wayne was 10 when he came into it.
Okay.
Then I've got the comic where he actually had a birthday. It was when they did DC Rebirth, and then he was
and they went to that Batburger place.
Yeah.
And
then he had a birthday.
Yeah.
I think he's either 13 or 16 now. It's one of those. It's a multiple of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, bless. Well, maybe they can do something. But yeah, that would have been good for him. But I love him as 5.
Yeah, he's sick.
I love him as 5.
The way I think it will work is if they got Damian Wayne in the movies now, and just have him be 16 instead of 10 from the jump.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. Season 1, episode 1 of the Umbrella Academy was Dizzo. Did I say?
You said season 1.
But season 1 was though.
Yeah. I know it was though.
We're talking about season 2.
I was speaking mad facts, man. Don't play in front of our guests.
And I will say the ending was banging.
Yeah,
like I was
yeah,
like, okay, I'm okay.
Take your word.
We're moving on, you know, from what they've done, and now we're moving on to something else. I'm like, okay, cool. But again, like,
sorry, Ritu Arya, she was in Robots or Humans. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I thought she looked familiar.
We know that, Isha.
I mean, I was a synth. I had an arc. I was dealing with my own shit. Okay. There was a lot going on for me as a synth in the background who you saw periodically through the seasons. Okay. I had a really nice arc, actually. I gave myself a really good story, and it ended up panning out that way. And I was like, oh, yay.
Nice.
Way for my little synth who none of the people paid attention to. You could have put me in the TV show. It was so good. Damn it. Anyway.
Yeah, I love that show, man.
Your time will come, Ish, man.
Anyway, yes, it will. I will be Storm. Okay?
Speaking of Storm and coming from the land of Africa.
We'll talk about, Disney debuts of Beyonce's, Lion King visual album. I will say, it was amazing to watch. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's a visual album, people are saying it's a film, I'm like, it's a visual album. It's a beautiful visual album. You know what I mean? Aesthetically, the message that it's putting out in terms of looking at different cultures within Africa and giving them a platform, a proper platform, not like she's come over there with her Americanness and just brought Americanness to Africa. She's done her research. She's employed actual people from Africa, from Jamaica, from the Caribbean, from, all, different black people from different parts of the world. Mm-hmm. She's gone to those different parts of the world, and she's just brought together the best of the best to put into this visual album. So on that basis, it's brilliant. Obviously, there's been a lot of flack. People have been like, African Americans are like, she didn't use any African Americans, and certain people from Africa are like, she didn't showcase, what we really like. And I'm like, well, for me, I'm like, none of you, like I always say to people, I'm like, look, if you don't uphold the traditions of your country and their faiths, then, and people of the diaspora do, then you can't really say anything when people do it artistically either. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm from the diaspora, and what's important to me is the traditions of Jamaican culture, Jamaican language, Jamaican food, you know what I mean? No Jamaican is going to come to me and be like, well, you're not, because you ain't doing it. You know what I mean? All right, fair enough, you speak the language because you're in Jamaica. But anything that's, being taught to you that's outside of the church, outside of Christianity, you know what I mean? You're a Christian before you're Jamaican half the time. And I think a lot of people in Africa are Christians before they're African. So it's like, if us, the diaspora, want to, preserve culture and heritage and legacy, you know what I mean? We're going to do the research and we're going to put on something. So we're going to do that.
Is that what, does that like kind of, does it show a lot of that culture and that what's the word?
Heritage,
yeah.
Yeah, no, it does. Like, she's gone to like various parts of Africa, especially when it comes to like the Lion King, because obviously we know the Lion King, kind of represents.
I don't like that though. Why? What? So do they? Because I was actually watching Double Toasted, and they did a review on it as well, and he was talking about that. There's a lot of bits from the Lion King as well, as in like soundtracks from it.
But yeah, because it's like it's a visual album for the Lion King album, for the Lion King film.
For the Lion King
it's
film.
For the film.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's not like it's not that, and I think that's where people were like, oh, she's doing the African thing. She's like, no, this is a visual album. So it's like when she dropped Lemonade.
What I thought she did, I thought she did the album for Lion King, and I thought that she got inspired while being out there, that she wanted to do her own project, and she went out there and done a new album, and all the tracks from this new album is what this whole video thing was. I didn't know it was the Lion King album thing.
Yes, because the story that the story she tells in there is more or less the Lion King, but with people.
Right. Okay.
So I'm like, I don't know why people are upset, because it's like it's the Lion King.
I would have been see, that's upset me now. That's why I'm upset. Because I thought it was, I thought it was like just, I thought it was, like I said, just her own thing.
Yeah, I mean, like,
look at everybody. Look at we read the comics over there.
What?
No, it's not you. It's not your fault. But you got played. You played yourself. No, you put.
I didn't do my research on it.
No, it's not that. It's like I'm speaking. I say things about people. Yeah. I'm like, I ain't supporting that. I don't check for these people. You guys want to go fast up yourself and check for these people, then get disappointed.
No, but my thing is like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, it seems like she's pushing agendas and whatever, but I'm like, she's been smart. I've been like, all right, cool. I'm doing this kind of visual album for the story of the Lion King, because that's the main, like, thesis of what she's
that's done. Probably why how she got it on Disney Plus as well. Anyway,
exactly, because Disney would never take on a film by Beyonce about blackness. It's never gonna work. You know?
Do you know, I didn't really think that deep about it. I just thought it's like, oh, so I thought it would have been like a fake. I mean, this is how the world works. I actually thought it was, so because she was a character in Lion King as well, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And she did the music. And I thought, because she did the work for them, they're like, oh, you could make us a bit more, because this, I don't know what the whole situation was with Hamilton as well, because obviously that's their own production, but I would have thought it was something like that, whereas she's worked for them and now they want to do a bit more work, so they allowed her to do the album and do this whole video thing. But for what you're saying, like why people are upset, I can understand why they're upset, maybe because they didn't do the research like I didn't do the research as well. But yeah, that's why I was, because when I was watching it on Double Toasted, he was saying that like that Lion King thing kind of, it took him out of it, because you're getting like quotes from Lion King and things like that, and I was like, why is she putting Lion King stuff in there? Because I was kind of working as well and listening to it, but
but it's mainly a visual album for the Lion King film. But what she's done that's smart is that she's exactly. She's also implemented the message of, like I was saying about Black heritage and legacy, of us as the diaspora are very interested and seek our heritage. You know what I mean? Because we're so far connected from it. So she's kind of used the light. Yeah, you and me both. Like, you know what I mean? She's used that. She's used the Lion King to be like, all right, cool. This is how I get on Disney Plus. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna put our blackness in there, because you know what I mean. Everybody, when they were young, we saw the Lion King. We were like, I'm Nala, you're Simba, you're this Mufasa. You know what I mean? We were all like, these black people. You should have just made it in black. Yeah, you know what I mean? It should have just been black people. That's, you know what I mean? Everybody black was like, Nala was the first black princess, even though Kirara Cash was. But anyway, from Atlantis, I'm just letting everybody know.
No, didn't Atlantis come out after Lion King?
Did it?
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Did it?
I'm sure it did.
But
I always judge movies on where I was living at the time, and I'm pretty sure Atlantis came out after. Sorry, anyway.
But Kirara Cash was the first like human.
She
doesn't count. Yeah, but for me, it's just like, she's very aware that the diaspora are looking to be like, one, it's not alien for you to want to go to Africa. Or to those, to countries like the Caribbean, because there are heritage countries, you know what I mean? And it's making a point of, there are certain elements, there are certain symbols, there are certain things that have been demonized by Western culture, that shouldn't be, because it's just part of our way of life. You know what I mean? When you watch the film, you're like, yeah, that's how we wear our hair. Like, there's a scene in there, like there's just like, I think like 8 or 9 black men, and they're all in these like silk suits with silk red, like what do you call it? Not bandanas. What is it? The
do-rags? Not do-rags.
Do-rags, yeah.
Okay.
They got like red silk do-rags on, and they're just sitting on a cliff by the sea. It's sick, but that's just how we are. You know what I mean? So it's just, she's just put elements of us as black people in there, and as well, she's done things where when she couldn't find certain black people from African countries who did certain things, you know, she went to the Caribbean. So there's a lovely scene where she's doing the synchronized swimmers, and all the synchronized swimmers from Jamaica, because Jamaica has a synchronized imagery. So it's, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's just little things that people aren't used to seeing.
Kieran wants to watch it now. He's feeling upset. He's like, I don't want to support her though. Think of it like supporting Disney, because you're already paying for it.
You know what?
You're not paying $29.99 for it.
I might support it, but not because of her. Because I saw a post about it. Obviously, people who aren't melanated are mad. They're angry. And that's why I want to support. That's the only reason. I don't give a shit about her and nothing. For the fact,
I mean, in some of the pieces, like, she's not like involved. It's just other people. Like, she's brought in other people to take precedence. You know what I mean? But again,
it's not a whole dancing music video as well, is it?
No, not at all. Like, some bits are just, you know, because obviously there's this little black boy who obviously is Simba,
right?
And, you know, and he's doing the journey. He's basically doing the journey. Like, I mean, he goes to meet the hyenas. He goes to like the kind of, the elephant graveyard, which is like a scrapyard, and these guys are on motorbikes and they've got like the horns. It's like, from that aspect, like, and I saw a meme when someone was like, when I have children, I'm going to tell the children that the blackest king is like, is the Lion King, you know?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's, in terms of just imagery and positive, you know, like outlooks on black people, it's a beautiful piece, you know what I mean? Take Beyonce out of it, take the whole Lion King out of it, you can just, you know what I mean? You can just see the beauty of black people, and it's just like, wow, that was really nice. You know what I mean? You don't even have to equate it to it being Beyonce, even though she's in it. You can just watch it and be like, it was actually really nice. I feel good. You know, I'm gonna go in the sun. I feel great. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's. I think a lot of people are putting way too much emphasis on it, and obviously they're not used to seeing Beyonce do something of this magnitude of blackness. So all the Christians are like, oh my God, she's now a demon because she's doing African faith and whatever. And it's just like, no, it's just, you can tell that she's like, she says it in as well, like a part of, I can't remember what song it is. She goes, I'm looking for my heritage that isn't so whitewashed. And then she goes, I'm sorry for the other side of me, or something like that, to the effect of, because she knows it's like, I have the white ancestry and then I have the black ancestry, and she's like, I'm sorry for my white ancestry, but I'm looking more towards now my black ancestry.
Her parents were black.
They are, but like, I think because she's Creole, so she's got that French element and all of that, you know, Creole people, all of that stuff in there. So it's but for me personally, I'm a spiritual being. I'm just like, that was lovely. It was great, you know.
I'll
I felt good about myself.
I'll watch this stupid thing, man.
Nice.
Me and Choco Cat are happy.
But I stand by my feelings of people and their bullshit and this cult, like, you know, if we don't, we will succeed. But you know, we'll have obstacles because of my views on people. I'm telling you.
So.
Like, Kieran Best from the Source Wall. What do you think? Fuck out.
Tucho said if anyone could convince Disney, Beyonce might be on the shortlist. So I think this was back when we was talking about her just making a music video and not
movie. Yeah. But
hey Tucho.
But yeah, hi Tucho. But yeah, if you get a chance to just watch it, I just think it's one of those things that it's just something to watch. You know what I mean? It's something pinnacle, like, that's black that comes out. You know, you might not like the person who did it, but just watch it. Just watch it.
I know.
Yeah.
The Rodman.
You know,
the Rodman. you're all my kind of channel. Love it. Thank you, Rodman.
Woohoo!
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
We're here every Wednesday,
That,
7-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday, obviously UK London time, around 7:30ish.
Yeah.
You've got time to make yourself a coffee, go get a drink, come back.
There you go.
By the time you do that shit, we'll be ready.
There
thank
we go.
you. Wu-Tang
Yeah.
Okay, our last review. So yes, there we go.
Yeah,
go ahead.
that's it. That's the
that it?
Yeah. Actually, I'll just say one quick thing. Gaming. If you're into gaming, you got to check out our friends, the Biz and Tones and Biz.
Tones and the
Biz.
Put
Sorry.
it in the comments, Sean. Tell them.
Yeah, sorry. Tones and the Biz.
Hang on, we're gonna give you 60 seconds if you're still in the comments. Just write something in the thing, innit?
Yeah, man.
Tell the people in the comments.
So yeah, I don't want to really step on their shoes, but lately I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh.
And Tsushima. Sorry. So I butcher everyone's name. So names, places.
I heard
everywhere.
it's a beautiful game.
It is. It is really good, man. It's sick.
It's funny. I saw a meme because there's a Western game that. Okay, so it's like Ghost of Tsushima. Is it Tsushima? Yeah. Tsushima. Sorry. Ghost of Tsushima. Sorry. So a Western company made Ghost of Tsushima, and then an Asian company made this Western game, and the meme was, "Well done on your Western game. It's really good. I really appreciate it." Well done on your Asian game. I really appreciate it. I was like, "Well done, yay!" See, when you do your research and you actually do things properly, things come out nice. So
the game,
Ghost of Tsushima is lovely.
Yeah, it's a dope game. Yes. It looks good. It's just sick. It was really good. I was when you start the game, you can choose to play it in Japanese with English subtitles or English subtitles and stuff like that.
Look, he's like, I'm getting the game.
Yeah, I'm playing it English and English subtitles because I can't just. I just don't have the I play it on and off as well, so I'll be playing it and things will happen and I'll be doing something, but listening to it. You can change. You can change it to like cropped as well, and you can have it black and white if you want. You can change how it looks.
I heard there's a photography mode where you can if you're in like mid battle with someone, you could pause it and like take a professional picture of it.
Yeah. And
people have been doing that and framing them. Like I was fighting some guy and I kind of lost, but like I took a picture like when he was about to slice my head off.
Yeah, no, they got this standoff bit where you could you shout at them and one of them will come up to you and you're in your stance and you just gotta wait until they move, but sometimes they do the
jerk thing.
Yeah, they just try and they don't go to attack you, but then when they go to attack you, you got to take your fingers off the button and you slash them. It's all in slow motion and it's good, man. It's dope. Good story as well.
Nice.
And it kind of follows I don't know, obviously it follows the history of what happened back then with the Mongols and Khans and all that. So yeah, it's good, man. It's dope. So just wanted to throw that in there as well before we move on.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got to do reviews. I feel like we were just about to end the show and we forgot about the reviews.
We done
reviews. Sorry, the pull list.
The
pull list. Sorry, pull list.
Let's do the pull list.
Yay! Okay, what we got?
So,
I'll go first. So we have. Right, we have
Final Fantasy.
DCeased. I feel like the soundtrack just works for everything. Right? DCeased. Dead Planet 2020 issue 2 by Tom Taylor. Pencils by names are on the script.
So written by Tom Taylor, pencils by Travis Hussein. That's it. Yeah.
Inks.
Let me put some respect on the names. No. Let me put some respect on the names.
Okay, go ahead.
Taylor, written by Tom Taylor, pencils by Trevor Hairsine. Sorry if I butchered that. Thank you. Ink by Gigi Baldassi, and this is why I don't read them. But your names sound very nice. I bet they have a really nice meaning to it. colored by Ren Stimpy, and the cover is by David Finch and Steve Fairchild. Publisher by DC Comics. Okay.
There you go.
Let me do the thing, yes?
Go ahead.
The sequel to the best-selling miniseries continues. The Justice League is trapped on Earth, and they've discovered that life still survives on this dead-ass planet. I added that. Survival is precarious, though, and with billions of infected still roaming the surface, death lies around every corner. But isn't it just the anti-life living throughout? Sorry, isn't it just the anti-life living out? I can't read. But it isn't. Sorry, but it isn't just the anti-life living our heroes have to worry about. Done. To worry about. Because John Constantine, Swamp Thing, and Zatanna are about to discover another evil growing. Shit is about to get real. DC Comics. I'm sorry, read that very, very well. Little writing.
Zoom in. All right.
If I zoom in, then I'm reading X-Men.
Turn it to the side.
Yeah.
Go on, Rich. Go.
Giant Size X-Men, Phantom X, issue 1, written by Jonathan Hickman, art by Rod Reese, covered by Rod Reese, and publisher is Marvel Comics. Hickman and Reese take on the world. The hit creative team of Jonathan Hickman and Rod Reese, New Mutants, turn their attention to the covert activities of the Weapon Plus program, Weapon 13, a bred killer who chooses the life of a gentleman super thief. Phantom X has always defied expectations. For example, who would expect him to break into the world, the artificial realm of his creation, and then again, and then again?
And then again.
Real quick, by the way, my Giant Size X-Men Magneto came the other day.
Yeah.
And I've not read it yet.
You've not read it?
Have you read it?
Yeah. It's good.
Why have you reviewed it?
Who, me?
Yes.
I've read it.
But why haven't you reviewed it?
I can't remember. Maybe we didn't do the podcast at that time. I can't remember.
Oh, maybe not. I'll dig mine out. I'll probably read it and review it next week. Tune in next week for the source.
It will be a double review.
Yeah.
Okay. Batman 96 Joker War. Okay, written by James Tynion. The fourth. The fourth. I hate Roman numerals. I hate them.
I love Roman numerals.
Oh my god, I hate them. Anyway, written by James the fourth.
Sure. I before V is 4. I after V is 6.
And the V alone is what?
5.
5.
So what's 10?
X.
10 is X.
It just feels like algebra, and I can't do it.
All right. It gets complicated after a while, but
it does.
It's at 10,
okay.
maybe 15, up to
15.
Hate it.
Can't stand it. So written by James the Fourth, apparently. Pencils by Jorge Jimenez. Jimenez and inks by Jorge Jimenez. Colors by Tomiyu Morey and cover by Gilliam
March. See, now I can read. You got the easy part.
Publisher DC Comics. Reeling from the effects of the worst Joker toxin attack ever, Batman is on the run through Gotham City, pursued by the dark shadows and voices that haunt his past and present. As the Joker plans materialize, the only person who can save Batman from the brink of true madness is, Harley Quinn. Plus, who is the mysterious new figure known as Clown Hunter? Does he have a red balloon? Yes. That sounds quite good, actually. I kind of like Batman running around looking crazy. But yeah. Anyway, what's next?
So hungry.
Yeah. Only a couple more.
Yeah. Only two more. Two more. There we go.
Let's do this. I love doing this. Look, get that money, man.
Go on, Kieran. Yes, you are.
I'll talk like this. Written by Brian Michael Bendis. David F. Walker did the pencils, and Scott Gorowski did inks, and Scott colored by Gabe Iltab, cover by Gabe Iltab and John Timms, published by DC Comics. This very special issue focuses directly on the friendship at heart of Young Justice Connor, Tim, and Bart, aka Superboy, Drake, and Impulse. As young men, these three iconic heroes built Young Justice on their friendship. Now their dream has grown and changed as much as they have. And with the demands of adults pulling them into different directions, they realize that nights like this one may never happen again.
This is what happened when he's hungry, okay? Just letting you know. Go on, close us out, Rich.
Alright, Gut Ghost written by Enzo Garza and Mike Magnola, has seen in Heavy Metal magazine a special one-shot of everyone's favorite intestinal ghost. Gut Ghost finds himself mistakenly in debt to a long-standing organization cloaked in violence and hellfire. Welcome to Sawback, Skeleton Society, with their horrific means to advance an undead agenda and collect on all living debts in the most violent way. Can good old Gut talk his way out of this one, or would he have to call upon some unlikely friends to get him out of this bone-hacking predicament? Featuring a special cover by industry legend Mike Magnola and a glow-in-the-dark variant by series creator Enzo Garcia.
Dun, dun, dun. Anything like that, you know I picked it.
Yeah, that had you written all over.
Yeah, it sounds dope, right? It's from Scout Comics as well, publishers. So
yeah. Come on, Netflix. Gut Ghost, let's go.
Yeah.
And Netflix, Gut Ghost, and On the Stump. I need a live action On the Stump because I know visuals.
Actually, I was gonna put On the Stump on the pull list today. Because there is a new On the Stump out today. Yeah.
He's like,
but yeah, no. I think what issue was it? I can't remember what issue it was now. But yeah, On the Stump.
okay.
Came for me, yeah.
Yeah, we need to see On the Stump, Gut Ghost, and what's the other one?
Another one.
Either Die, or Die. And and some other one I can't remember, but yes. But that's the end of our show, people.
Yep.
You know, come to the end, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
We'll be here. You know, government's paying us to just chill, so it's fine. We're gonna take the money. We're gonna take the money because there's a pandemic, and we like talking about geek stuff. You know. Planned. Oh. Dun dun dun! Plot twist.
Yeah.
Pandemic.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy. But please join us on all our socials. You know, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You know, we've got on SoundCloud. We're on iTunes. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. You know, check us out. Talk to us.
Patreon. Yeah, we're on Patreon now.
We're on Patreon as well. And you know, if you want some merch, check out Teesprings, TEE Springs. You know, pick something up with the Source 20.
Yep.
You know, get 20% off. You know, even though it's hot, get yourself a little t-shirt and whatever.
Summertime, rocking a t-shirt. People like, hey, yo, that t-shirt's dope. Cuz, where'd you get that? I'll be like, I was kicking it on the Source wall.
Yeah. we got lyrics.
Yeah. So.
But yes.
Yeah, catch us next week.
Yes.
And Isha will be giving
my days, I'm falling asleep. You know what you should do? So this is because I'm hungry. So this is why I'm always saying, don't forget to bring a sandwich.
Just a sandwich.
There you go. Peace out. Cheers, guys.